Power Rangers Zeo.
It's Zeo.
Do you want to say the premise of this episode?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can lay it down for the people.
Yeah,
But
lay it down.
But I want to just say before I jump into that, I kind of feel like I should have watched the episode before this.
Yeah.
Like I was I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. They really jumped into the action right away.
Yeah, you're totally right. I was going to mention that, but I wanted you to say that the premise of this first, so I would know if you watched the episode before or not.
Well, I'll basically do my best to summarize what I think that episode had to offer this episode. But essentially, Trey of Triforia comes with the Zeo Rangers and is like, yo, like, I gotta pass on the gold Zeo power. And my time is running out. If I don't, like, no gold Zeo power. And so they're like, oh, we know the perfect guy, but you don't know who it is. Because he's got like a great Saiyaman disguise with his like sunglasses and bandana.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And and then they
and King Mondo's trying to stop him from getting back to the command center.
King Mondo is hot on their tail, and he's inventing some super new robot that's going to be super strong and better than before.
So I watched the episode. I skimmed the episode before.
Okay,
because I started this one, and you just jump right into Tommy and Jason running across the desert.
Well, in the episode before, because you watched it.
I skimmed it. I should be fair. I skimmed it.
You skimmed it. You skimmed it.
I didn't have time.
Does it end with Tommy being like, I know who it should be?
Yeah, so the episode before, just to kind of sum it up really quick, is the Gold Ranger is getting like hunted by like some bounty hunters.
Okay.
And that is not related to King Mondo. Even he's a little bit confused.
Okay.
And I kind of, fast forward, they're in the command center. He needs to pass his Gold Ranger power off. And the first person they pass it off to is Billy.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, and the Rangers go and fight. They come back to the command center. And then they're like, whoa, is the power transferred to you, Billy? And then Billy says, like, no. Like, he has something with he says, I can't take the Gold Ranger power because when the command center blew up, he had too many negative protons in him from the explosion that's resisting the Gold Ranger power. And so he's like, I'm sorry, guys, I let you down. And then
okay.
And then Tommy's like, I know the perfect guy. And then it ends.
That explains why Billy is like salty AF this entire episode.
I know.
I'm like, give Jason a hug, you freaking cold-hearted freak. Like,
no, I was thinking that too. I was like, I'm glad I watched the episode, skimmed through the episode before, because this whole time I was thinking, man, Billy's really bummed out that they didn't choose him to be the Gold Ranger.
Billy is pissed. I mean, I would be, because he like he stood with them, man. Like, I was really confused this whole episode. I was like, oh my God, I don't know anything about episode 34 of Zeo. I was like, this is a mistake.
Yeah. But Jason makes his grand entrance, and everyone is super happy to see him.
Kinda.
Except for Billy. But everyone was like smiling and things. Monsters attack, and they go back into action, and they attack the guy. Gold Ranger comes in. They're doing pretty good, I thought. Gold Ranger kind of handles them one-on-one. They have this move. They're like, okay, we're gonna blast him with our team blast thing.
Dude, the Zeo cannon, that thing is insane. It looks like something out of like Super Mario Brothers. Yeah.
It's better. It looks more powerful than all like some spears and axe put together type of thing.
Yeah, like one of the like configuration weapons. I know that they like loaded those cartridges in the back, and it was like, wow, the Zeo cannon does damage. But another thing about this episode that you won't have any context for if you didn't watch Zeo is like Goldar losing his memory and like being like the subservient of Bulk and Skull.
Yeah, I was waiting to bring that up.
Yeah.
So The Goldar is Goldar, yeah, Goldar and Skull are, or not Skull. What's his name?
Who's the skeleton guy? I don't remember his name.
You think his name would be Skull?
He's Rita's brother?
Yeah. Did you not remember that?
No.
So, so Goldar just kind of has. I thought this was going to tie into Jason being back because he dreams about like beating up the Red Ranger.
I love that. I love how he was like the good old days when I was scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Bulk and Skull get the job get the job of cleaning the lieutenant's car, and then they want
Yeah.
they want Rito and
And Goldar.
Goldar to we're horrible with names to clean the car. They're like, no, we're evil again, and they take their motorcycle.
Yeah, they take the with the sidecar.
Yeah,
Why not take the car?
yeah. And so they take I kept thinking like this must have been so interesting to film, like those guys getting on the motorcycle and like driving on it.
I know, like the guy who's Goldar just had to like do his best to like make sure he was driving straight. Like I can't really see, but whatever.
And the Rito just has to sit there and hope that it
He
works
doesn't
out
fall
okay.
out. Yeah. But Bulk and Skull chasing them in the Camaro was pretty badass.
Yeah,
Like
but I noticed they're wearing their bike helmets in the car.
I know, like they think that they're about to go to like a demolition derby or something like that. But
Yeah.
safety first.
So then it cuts back to our heroes. Their cannon doesn't defeat the monster. They're super confused.
And then they're like, we got to summon the Zeo Zords.
Well, then the other like butler robot guy shows up,
Right.
and he's like, "Yeah, you can't defeat this monster."
Yeah. You don't have what it takes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this monster big because that always works.
That's dude. The embiggening process in Zeo is really neat. With like the stabbing of the like weird thing, and the chemical goes into their body. And
yeah, they're like, "We should get the Megazord," and Zordon's like, "No, the Megazord is just going to be destroyed."
Oh right, I guess I paved over that. Yeah. I love that. Zordon's like, don't even bother. We scan like Billy's like, I've been scanning you guys because I'm jealous of the Gold Ranger.
Yeah.
And he literally says something like that.
Yeah, he says, "I'm scanning Jason. I was scanning the fight to make sure the Gold Ranger
doesn't mess up."
Yeah, and then they learn they can't defeat him, and then the Zeo Ranger's like, "Hey, I got these things. I'm going to give you these super awesome Zords."
Well, yeah. Well, out of nowhere. Well, don't they go back to the base because Trey of Treforia is like, bro, I got you these crystals.
Yeah.
And they're like, I just was like, why didn't you give them these before? The Super Zeo gems?
Yeah.
Like, the first thing you should have done when you met the Zeo Rangers was Super Zeo gems.
Yeah.
These are obviously for you guys. They're color coordinated.
Yes, and before that, this fight scene was crazy. This Zord fight scene.
That was insane. First of all, when they get those Zords, I was very confused where all the monsters came from because I was like, okay, I remember the rocket missile dude who looks cool, very cool. But then suddenly there's like a monster for each of them. Like, did I miss that scene where they were like?
I think it was kind of implied where they were all getting their like new metal because they were like King Mondo had a line of them. They're like, "You're first, you're second."
Right, of course, right.
We got Adam going underwater.
That was cool to fight the drill guy.
Yeah.
And
then Adam goes mega punch, and he just defeats the guy.
Yeah, that was crazy. It's like, oh, I'll just use my extra powerful.
Yeah, and then the battle ends. Oh, also back to Bulk and Skull. The monster steps on their Corvette and
yeah. Totally messes it up.
Yeah, they didn't get in trouble for that though, which is like
he was in shock. He didn't yell at them. He just couldn't. Yeah.
But that's to be expected when you live in a town where a monster shows up every week. Besides the ending, did I miss anything?
Rita returns.
Oh yes, in a weird bubble thing. It's like, here's your ride or something.
But yeah, she shows up and rescues the newly minted Rito and Goldar who got their memories back. So this episode's got a lot of hype in it. Like if you're
Mhm.
tuning in, you're like, damn, I got the Gold Ranger to look forward to and Rita next episode. So it's kind of a
Yeah.
big deal.
And then the ending of this was awesome with
That
the
was the
little
best part
heart,
of the episode.
the heart to
Yeah,
heart with Tommy and Jason.
that was great. I really liked that part. Yeah, it made it all worth it.
Yeah. Jason's like, "Yo, man, like you're the future, or you're the leader. I mean, and I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. I'm happy to be back." Kind of.
Well, yeah, well, I really like his like. I want you to know, like we did a lot of good in the peace conference. Like, oh, when you were still a ranger because of the comics,
Yeah, the
uh,
space conference.
when you're in space,
Mm.
but he says something like, like I don't want to be stepping on your toes. Like, I'm not trying to come back and make everything like the way it was. But
Mhm.
then I love like Tommy says, no one's more or less important than anyone else. And I was like, oh, that's such a great line.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good. Like, I was super surprised by this like touching scene in this episode.
Mhm.
It was a watch it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think watch a couple of those episodes, see if you can figure out what's going on.
Hey guys, this is Doug and Mac from the More Phenomenal podcast. If you like this video, give us a like.
Yeah, appreciate the watch. If you want to check us out, you can also follow us on Instagram. We're posting our podcast on Spotify. The attention, if you like us, just give us a follow. And if you ever want to contact us, shoot us an email or comment in the comments down below. Let us know if you'd like us to review anything specific.
And don't forget, guys, it's not less phenomenal, it's more phenomenal.
More phenomenal.
That was good. All right, I'll make that work.